What's up, YouTube? Back with another one. I don't know if you guys saw last night's video, but I did buy the pieces that I need as much as I didn't want to. I was hoping it was just a cluster. I was hoping people were right about it being the step motor. It really was. I ended up getting the two pieces because I'm assuming that both gauges aren't wrong now. The only thing is that I was doing some thinking last night, and with the temperature thing being rewired, it makes it kind of sketchy. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock these two little things out. Hopefully I get a ride to Dave's, and then I'm supposed to pick up a center console today for real cheap, actually, a lot cheaper than other people want it for. They want like 120, 130. Everybody wants to get rich off the smallest things. Consistency of selling is what's going to make you wealthy, not overpricing and creating a bad reputation for yourself. Because a couple people bought off you, you think that everybody's going to buy it off you for that price, and then your name spreads around, or there's other people to compare to, and now you're not selling anything. The goal is to always sell stuff. I realized I have no car stuff. I just work on the cars. I don't have no car t-shirts, you know what I mean? No supporting t-shirts of any channels. So I was like, damn, bro, I don't even have at the least buy a Chevy hat or a Chevy t-shirt or something, man. God dang. But I don't. So why not have something, for me that represents a part of me? Go ahead and knock the easiest one out first, which is the temperature sensor. I'm going to test fit to see exactly what socket it is so I can get it over with and be done with it. So just a heads up for anybody who doesn't know, when you switch out these temperature sensors, when you switch them out, coolant is going to come out. So I would try my best to have the new one ready right when you pull that one out. Don't want to leak out your coolant and then have another expense. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect that. Actually, it's supposed to turn like that. Is it? Let me know in the comments, is it supposed to turn, bro? What the fuck? It actually feels like it wants to come out. Does that turn? Let me see the other one. Alright, so indeed it is not supposed to turn. So the cluster might be telling the truth all around. They did replace the back one, it looked like. But one thing I was thinking about, okay, because yesterday I went to AutoZone and they had an oil pressure sensor without the filter and the one with the filter. And I realized when I asked for the oil sending thing, whatever, it's just a sensor, I realized he brought me one. Right, or no, he didn't bring me one. He's like, oh, we don't have that one in stock. And I was like, okay. He's like, I'll try to get you another one. So he tried to give me another one, and then he brought out the one with the filter. And then I asked if he could price match, blah blah blah. He was cool and gave me a discount because they didn't have the one they said it had in stock. So he was cool, and hooked me up. So I ended up buying the more expensive one. But if you're just changing out the sensor but not realizing, or you're forgetting, or not knowing that there's a filter for your sensor, that could even be a simple fix itself. If you have a clogged filter and you just keep replacing the sensor only, I'm assuming it could cause an issue. So now after this, I'm assuming it's probably just a filter if they switched out the thing, you know what I mean? But that's just something to think about. If it is true and you know it's true, let me know if it is true down in the comments. It's just something that hit me in my head yesterday. I was like, oh, okay. I was able to get it loose. So let's see if I can do this with one hand for you guys. If I could do it with one hand and you're not subscribed, you gotta subscribe. Let's go. Let's see. Bitch. Haha, one hand. Barely a squirt. They do it with one hand. You know what I mean? I use these bad boys because my headers are too close. They're aftermarket headers, are long tube headers. That's normal, right? It's not going in that much, or more, I mean. So we'll see right now. I'm going to tighten this down, continue to tighten it down, and then put the sensor back on. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some of this onto that wiring that I showed you that they did for the thing, and then zip tie it around, and hopefully it helps, bro. Hopefully it does, for real. Okay, so I probably need about like right here. Let's cut this off. Hopefully these work. I don't think I have my knife right now. That works. Worked perfect. All right, so now I'm gonna put it on it. Right, and then I'm gonna go ahead into the background so that I know I want to use mine. That technically should be go from like over here and shut down something directly. I don't like whatever. Let's see. Did I cut the perfect size? Boom. And I did. So let's take a look. Perfect size right there on this. I'm gonna zip tie it at the ends and make sure it's good to go. All right, let's see, got that little squared away. Nice and got that nice and decent, at least. And then hopefully this stays trapped right there, so it's not bouncing around. Looks like it's pulling on this a little bit. Well, no, there's enough slack, so that's okay. Hopefully none of that. Starting with taking the top cover off if you have one. It's gonna be 5/16, 5/16. There's no cracked hoses or anything under here, because a lot of the times fittings will get old and they will crack or create a leak that you do not want, especially if you don't want to wonder why your car is running funny, like a crack in a boot. So it'll be like a little hose, like a little grommet that is connecting it to something, and it'll just be worn out. Another thing, I've gotten my truck back from places and a sensor won't be attached. It was bullshit. I can't remember the name of it, but it's 2 boots inside under the intake, and it wasn't plugged in, and it created an issue. And then I plugged it in, and then for some reason the computer saved it, so it kept that issue on my old truck. So it was stupid. I forgot what they're called, but they're 2 boots under the intake. So yeah, I forgot what they are. I can't remember the name, but anyways, yeah, it's under. You have to take the intake off, and then there are 2 boots down in there, and there's a wire back here or whatever connector that wasn't connected. It created an issue, and yeah. And if your intake gaskets are good, don't mess with your fucking intake. That's one of the dumbest things you could do, is mess with your fucking intake, and then you replace the gaskets and now you have issues. Leave it alone if you don't need to. Make sure you absolutely need to do them before you do it. Buy the correct socket for it. It's specifically for it, and those you got to switch out. I wouldn't be surprised if I ever had to switch one again, so I'm just gonna buy it and keep it for when I have to do that. Yeah, other than that, it's just too difficult. You know, you're trying to see if everything fits, which I test fitted the sensor before I tried to take out the other one, meaning I put a socket on the sensor that I had to replace it, and it just seems to be different, because on the 1 and 1, you need a 1 and 1/16 on the socket that you have like at your house already. Those have points inside the socket already. On the other one, it's kind of rounded off, but to a point, and it fits perfect on the sensor. Seen one of the mechanics, he's a TRD one, the guys that I watch to see replace a lot of stuff. He said you don't even have to put the filter back in, so it's not a big deal. So if you want to stop, you know, a possibility from happening, then just keep the filter out. Question, just thinking while I'm driving. It's a random question. I'm not trying to get you guys away from content that you guys are here for. You know what I mean? I just want to know if you guys have random question. If you guys have anxiety, if you have bad anxiety, what do you guys do to deal with it, or what do you do to distract you from it, or whatever the case may be? Does it ever get bad? Or I just want to know, like, why do you get anxiety or stuff like that? What do you do to cope with it? And does it get that bad? Like, things you feel like, for me, like, if I had to compare it to one thing with multiple symptoms of it, I would say I feel like drunk. Like, you feel like you're gonna fall over sometimes, or you're tripping, or whatever the case may be. Like, how does it feel to you guys? It's just a curious question. Again, I'm not trying to pull you away from the content you're here for. I'm about to beat O'Reilly's right now and get the special socket. But yeah, let me know down below. I'm just interested. I had got it a deep socket, and it says specifically for that. It says oil pressure switch, right? And then on the thing, if I can get it to glare right, wherever it's at, 1 1/16. So I'll be able to continue to record because my little power source out here for the charger of my phone, it was dying. So now we're gonna try it with that socket to get back there, and hopefully this ends the fucking job. So just a little advice: get you a chair to stand on so you can get up here. If you have old rugs or whatever for your car, or a towel, put it right here for your knees. I know people are like, yeah, you don't have to use one, blah, blah. Fuck you, okay? Because I don't want to hurt my fucking knees, okay? I don't want to hurt them. I don't want to hurt, bro. So I put this right here because, you know what, I need these knees for a fucking long time. So go get you a 1 1/16, the correct socket for it that's exactly made for it, because it's shaped perfectly to it. Get you a rug right here so that way you're not fucking hurting your fucking firm ass knees, right? And a chair to fucking stand on, and a fucking charging port to charge your phone so you can fucking record and get on YouTube like you've been wanting to, but you just haven't fucking done it. Do it. You got nothing to lose. You're starting out with 0. It's not like you're going online starting off with 1 million and then losing 1 by 1 for each video. No, you just start. Just start. It'll be fine. All you have to do, don't know why I zoomed in on my nose, is just start. Get off your ass and just record your daily self. Or if you got a hobby, record it. That's all you got to do. Just record it. And there's a personality for every personality, and you will attract all the ones, and they will become subscribers. Let's knock this damn thing out. I'm ready for it to end. I wanna rock. Can't see if it has anything in there. I wanna say yeah. It's like not letting me see stop moving. There's that hole. I can't tell if there's anything in there. Can't see. Where's it? Oh, right there. Okay, let's get that in straight. It looks like it is. Okay, I'm gonna put the fucking thing back on. That's what you get for having smaller arms than me. You gotta finish the job. Oh look, that's better. What the hell? Can you see anything?
No.
Oh damn. I can't get in there with you either. Good. Just don't drop my phone in there. Look through the phone thing. Can you see it? Huh?
Okay.
See the sensor? And then you need to find out which way it's pointing.
Is it sideways?
You gotta look at the sensor. Where's the sensor? I can tell.
It's right next to it. Okay.
With the help of my beautiful wife, she was able to get her skinny hands in there, and now as you can see, we're back to normal. Back to normal. Sitting there looking all crazy. Crazy too, damn. Every time I'm outside I look like I fought with a bear. But as you can see, everything's back on, but I'm gonna pull out the driveway right now because the other sensor had fell down. I don't know where, and I'm hoping that it falls out so that way I don't have to worry about it. Thing in the back that spins where the transmission's at, everything's connected back there to the housing, so it should be fine. But my wife was able to get in there and put the sensor in the hole, and then I was able to tighten it after that, and then now we're good. And like I said, recommendation is to get that socket that belongs to it. So I'm gonna take it on drive and see if anything happens. You can see it back to normal thanks to my wife getting her hand in there. That thing, it swelled up my arm. Literally, it kept rubbing so bad that it swelled my fucking arm on both sides, like swollen, dude. Literally lifted. I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera or what, but it was lifted. Oh, my skin's lifted. But let's see. The gauge is reading normal now, so it wasn't the cluster, it was actual gauges. I replaced both of them. That's fine. I couldn't feel if there was a filter in there, neither could my wife. Let's see. Everything seems to be okay for now. I just was a little confused because this is like my first real drive. I mean, not real drive, I'm just going around the neighborhood. I went to get gas. This is like my first actual drive, I guess, like since I got it back, because it went to the transmission shop and then immediately went to the driveline shop. So I haven't got to drive my truck literally since, like, even when I got it, I was working on it and then it wasn't finished. Then I had to go get more work on it. So I mean, it sounds all right. I'm trying to see if there's any cops. Trying to check my truck out. Good, drives good. Smoked the fuck out of that car. That car kept trying to fuck with me. I don't know why. It seems to be driving really good. It's just earlier, I don't know if it's because I had such low gas. Let me know down in the comments. I really want to know about this for sure. I really want to know about it for sure. If you have extremely low gas, can it cause you to feel like your transmission, or it causes your transmission to stay in a gear because there's not enough gas to push it? Like, if you get what I'm saying, like, can the engine make the transmission run funny if it's low gas? Now it's doing good. I haven't driven it. I haven't had a 5.3 yet. I think I had a 5.3 in my Cat Eye, the one that I had a while back. But I at that time I wasn't really, like, I don't know, I wasn't really paying attention like that to stuff. But let me know down below if extremely low gas can cause you to shift funny. If you get what I'm saying. I know it doesn't directly cause it, but if the engine can't, you know, be satisfied, then will it dissatisfy the transmission, is what I'm trying to ask. Well, right now it seems to be driving good. It hauls ass, and I love that after every shift it pulls hard. Like, it pulls and pulls. Like, it'll go one pull, two pull, but like pulls you. Sometimes it's like, you know, such a shift, it's like settle horsepower and it like shifts like whatever, you know. But yeah, let me know. There's so many cops around, bro, but there's not normally a lot of cops around. Let me see. Yeah, and then my back tires, they fucking spin because they're all fucking torn out. So, but the other ones I was able to tell a little more because they're fucking good. I need one more tire. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys are doing good. See you on the next one. Look at this. The traffic is a green light and he was back there just chilling. But anyways, I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. As you guys can see, 2 sensors later, thanks to my wife for helping me get in that tight spot. The truck is running good. All the gauges are back to normal. I just need to keep paying attention for leaks. And that's it. I need to keep paying attention to leaks and how it drives. And all the things I have warranty on, I need to pay attention to, because one is for 6 months and one is for a year. So yeah, hopefully everything continues to go good. So I got to drive it a lot to see if there's anything else I need to work out. Right now I know I need a belt, I know I need a seal for the front, and that seems to be what I know so far. and of course the rear tires, because it's making me feel like it's driving like shit. But then again, so do thin tires. They make you feel like you're driving like shit too. And then after that, I will go ahead and do the suspension in the back, figure out if I'm going to put a fuel cell or keep that gas tank, and then yeah, just little things after that. Hopefully everything's good with the engine. That's the only thing that hasn't seemed to give, it doesn't need anything like right now. Those things it did need, so I can tell if it was only the pressure sensor or something else. Other than that, I just got to run this truck and have it expose itself. And after driving good for a couple months, 6 to 8 months, probably 9 months, right? Because we always say 6 months, and then 8 months later it decides to do something stupid. So I'm going to go ahead and figure that out. I'm going to keep driving this truck. I need to fix that AC line when I get a chance. A good test drive would be to Dave's, but other than that, it seems to be okay, man. Just gets hot in the car, obviously, because it's Vegas and it's summer. And yeah, let me see if I see anything. It looks like that might have just happened. Okay, so it is leaking coolant that I am seeing right now. Why? I don't know. Let me see if anything happened with... Why would it leak coolant from this side? Let me double check, because there's fucking spots. Unless it was a coolant that sat somewhere and maybe finally drizzled out. But let me see. Well, I hope something's not wrong with the radiator. It's not actively leaking, but it's leaking. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm gonna back up the truck in a little bit. This is too much, man. I'm replacing stuff on the coolant system, and now as you can see down there seems to be, let's see if that is coolant too. It indeed is coolant. Yeah, I mean the color tells, but again, I don't know if because it's sprayed everywhere or the actual radiator is leaking, which is hard to see, or if a line is because we were on top of the engine, or it's the line that the guy did that's new. He had to cut them so that way they don't run into each other. It doesn't look like an active leak anywhere. I wonder if it just fell from somewhere. But anyways, like I said, it's important that we keep running it and testing it and seeing if there's anything else that exposes itself. But until then, see you guys on the next one. I'm gonna say one thing real quick. If the guy who traded me this is watching, I'm letting you know, bro, you're a bitch. Because all this shit is fucked up. I've had to replace the drive line because the angle was crooked. I've had to replace the gears because they were welded and screeching and bouncing. The transmission was out, so I had to get a new transmission. And now I'm fixing a bunch of sensors and things that don't have good gaskets, right? And not only that, now because I'm fixing all this coolant stuff, now it's creating pressure all through the system, obviously, so it can flow. And now it seems the radiator's leaking. So seriously, dude, I gave you such a fucking steal on that thing, and you're just disrespectful, bro. So fuck you. And that shit ain't cool, bro. Literally, this whole truck is about to be redone by the time I'm done. Literally. So I hope these are the last couple things and I'm good, but literally from front to back. Literally. That's a big bitch move, bro. You knew a lot was wrong with it. When you pulled up, you parked across the street in the dirt, fucking bumper hanging and all that shit. You knew what was up with it. You acted like you didn't know about cars, but yeah, you're in a car club. All this bullshit, bro. Or you were in a car club, they kicked you out. That's not cool, bro. I gave you a good truck. I was honest about my word, honest about what I gave you, and you didn't return the favor. So that's cool, man. But seriously, fuck you, bro.